I found out today that in all our library service, the branch that had issued the 50 Shades of Grey more than any other is Birkinshaw. Bristol Library have issued 50 Shades of Grey more than any other branch in Kirklees. It's quite obvious why they're doing that, because they know that their councillors enjoy inflicting pain. They enjoy sticking their boot in when people are down. They enjoy attacking the people who can't defend themselves. Now, I've got to admit, listen to Robert, if I didn't know how duplicitous it was, if I didn't know how much what he says is investing in fantasy, I might have been impressed. I might have been impressed by a leaflet that said that the Labour group were proposing to put the budget up, but they kept that council tax up by 5%. He knows it's a lie, but they still put it in the budgets, in the leaflets. Yeah. So, but what is even worse is this budget amendment. Because in his press releases, and what he's telling people out there, is they propose to freeze the council tax for 3 years. This budget doesn't do that. This budget freezes it for 1 year, which means there is a £6 million gap in year 3. In fact, I lied, it's not 6 million, 4 million. There's a £4 million gap in year 3. So what they are saying, in year 3, they are taking 60% of the library budget out in year 3. Because their budget does not call for a freeze. All many other things they say in the budget just don't add up. And this applies to the Lib Dems budget as well. Kirklees today, mainly carries advertising for our services. Now, at least the Lib Dems only abolished the budget for that and not the rest of the advertising. What they're considering is abolishing the advertising budget for all our departments. Now, one of the big things that Kirklees does is we're advertising for more foster carers. Just to get one foster carer saves us the money that is equivalent to the entire budget. But they don't want any advertising whatsoever. They don't want us to get any foster carers. They don't want us to advertise events. They don't want any advertising. If we advertise, but they've cut the budget altogether, but even if they're on the Lib Dems, if we advertise in local papers, a full-page advertisement would reach the same number of people for a full-page advertisement, which we put in papers, would cost 10 times as much as a magazine costs. They talk about the library. The library funding they're putting about the staff, because it's a central library, it's got the central staff in it. If you move them somewhere else, the central staff would be in there. You'd have to put the central staff somewhere. Unless their proposal is to get rid of all the central staff, all the professional services within the library service, because the costing they're talking about doesn't include the costing for buildings, because they're in a different budget, so they're missing out altogether. Now, something that isn't in, thankfully, there's something good about the Conservative budget, is they don't propose to take £2 million out of the budget for the sports centre in the Spen Valley. They don't propose to give £2 million to a school on a PFI to provide a school gym that wouldn't be a sports centre. So that's one thing, at least there's something good about their budget, they haven't put that in. But altogether, the big thing about it is, they are claiming they're going to freeze it, there's just this up and flip claim they're going to freeze the rate for 3 years. That is not in their budget. If you look at their budget, it says 1 year and 1 year only, and you look across that line, and they haven't included that cut. So by year 3, and again, they've taken out the money. They said we don't want any money to develop new ways of working. As we've all pointed out, everyone's pointed out, every expert's pointed out, if we don't change the ways of working, our social care budget will take up all our money in the year. They're taking all that out of the budget. They're not allowing us any transition change whatsoever. It's a fantasy budget, doesn't add up. It's based on a basic lie. They are saying they're going to freeze the rate, and they're not. And they haven't put the money into it. And they haven't taken any account of the extra 20 million. They are setting up our services for destruction.